Aries, thank you so much for visiting. This is your weekly reading for January the 8th to January the 14th. And yes, as I always say, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a comment if you'd like to, only if you'd like to. And I've shuffled, everything's ready, so let's start your reading for Aries. So the first card you have your past is the Four of Cups. And what I'm seeing here is waiting. You're waiting around, you're waiting here. It's like you're waiting for someone to make a decision about something. But it's also half of you felt as if you were waiting and you felt as if you'd never ever get to the end of this. You'd never find out, what was going on. They'd never come. And the other half of you was hopeful, actually. You were hopeful this person would come in and do whatever this was you were waiting for. So you were in two minds. One half was hopeful and the other half was kind of a bit, oh, this will never happen. It was like that. And, I'm seeing that you're frustrated by a lot of things that were going on at this time, actually. Not just this person, but a lot of other things as well. And I'm just seeing things were annoying you at this time, bothering you. And especially people and, things they were saying were bothering you and annoying you. It's like lots and lots of these little annoying things were bothering you. And, deep down you knew that things weren't so bad, actually. They weren't as bad as they could be. You actually have a better life than a lot of people, so don't be angry. You do, you really do. But there were also many things that were annoying you at this time. So many little annoying things. So no matter how good your life is, you're always going to have these annoying things happening. I'm sure even the Queen and everyone and the President has lots of little annoying things. Well, I won't say anything about politics, but yes, little annoying things that are bothering you. So what I'm seeing is here, it's like lots of little ants are on you and they're tickling you and driving you crazy and you just want to scratch them off or push them off. It's that kind of thing. That sounds a bit crazy, but that's what I'm seeing. Lots of annoying things bothering you at this time. So the next card you have for your past is the King of Wands. So yes, this could be why you're feeling so irritated, actually. I'm seeing here that yes, you had people coming at you. I keep on seeing people coming at you, and it's as if they're closing in on you. It's almost like the army's closing in on you, circling around you. Yes, you had people coming at you, and they were really bothering you. And this could be about family, actually. I'm seeing family here. And they were trying to make you feel as if you had to do what they wanted, or change the way you were to accommodate them or something like that. You can't change the way you are. You can't. You're the way you are. There's nothing wrong with the way you are anyway, and you know that. You knew that at this time, and you didn't want to change anyway. You're Aries. Of course, you're not going to change for other people. But this was frustrating because they were determined. They were trying to make you change, or they were trying to make you do what they wanted. And they're dealing with an Aries. They may as well give up. But that's what was happening at that time. So the last card you have your past is the Four of Pentacles. What I'm seeing is that someone wanted to open up to you. And this is about relationships. But they're waiting for you to open up to them. So this could be the same person in the Four of Cups. So and in the beginning you were waiting for them. And now they're waiting for you. Or it could just be both. You could just be sitting there waiting for the other one to do something and no one's actually making a move. So it could be both of you doing this at the same time, or it could be one person first and then the other one second. But I am seeing that, you weren't opening up to this person at this time. You're really guarded. And maybe you were just guarded in general as well, because you had these people coming at you in the King of Wands. So it was making you kind of self-protecting. You're kind of hugging yourself and holding on to what you have, which is, what's inside of you. And you're not going to share that with other people. That's what I'm seeing. And, yes, you were distant from other people, I'm seeing as well. And you weren't very trusting with a lot of people at this time either. And that's probably because these people were coming at you. So it was like you felt like you were backed into a corner. And this really affected relationships that you had with other people as well. So, yes, the first card you have your present is the Sun. So I love the Sun, and I'm just sensing that here things are now picking up for you in terms of your career, and I think you knew this anyway. You've had a bit of a hard slog, but things are starting to pick up a bit more for you now. And I'm seeing, you've also made, or you're going to make, or you're making, this is in the present, you're making a side step. So you're stepping sideways, you're not stepping up, down, you're just stepping sideways. And when you take this step, when you were thinking about taking this step, you weren't sure if this was the right thing to do or not. You're a bit unsure about this. But now that you've taken this step at this time, or that you're going to take this step at this time, you're feeling really good about this decision, actually, because you can see new opportunities opening up from this, and also new friendships are opening up out of this too, out of this side step. So maybe you feel that maybe if you don't have time for friendships, you're so busy, and you've backed yourself into a corner, really. But I'm seeing that you will come into contact with some really, really valuable people at this time, and that's because you took the step sideways. So it could be something like maybe you got into a new area, maybe you have a business, and you had a new product, or you got into a new area and you met new people because of this. It's something like that. The next card you have your present is the Hanged Man. So at this time you're still going to be waiting for someone to do something. So now you're waiting for them again at this time. It's so you're frustrating me. So I'm just seeing that someone could have promised you something, maybe. And yes, someone's promised you something, but they're not delivering on that promise. That's what I'm seeing. And this is really frustrating. This is frustrating you. And usually you come out and say something. You come out and say, you promised me this. Excuse me, why aren't you doing this right now? But you're not saying this. You're not saying this. I don't know why. They could be an older person, or they could have more experience than you in something. I'm seeing someone who could be older. But no, you don't want to say anything. And I think you might be worried that maybe they don't want to do whatever this thing is, and they've changed their mind. But I'm not seeing that they have. I'm seeing that they're probably just a busy person. They're older, they're busy, they're more, they're senior, they're experienced in something. This could be to do with work, because I'm seeing a senior person who you need help with, or they promised you to do something. But don't hesitate. Ask them. They're probably just busy, or they've forgotten. They're a busy person. I'm seeing they're a busy person. So ask them. Please ask them. Don't hesitate. The last card you have your present is the Page of Swords. So you're definitely coming out of this negative time from your past, and you're feeling a lot better at this time. But I'm also seeing that you don't want to repeat some past problems. So you had some problems in your past. And this could be to do with relationships. You had some negative things go on, and you don't want to repeat these things again. So, part of you, again, I'm seeing about this person in the Four of Pentacles, part of you doesn't want to open up to this person. And part of you is a little bit afraid, actually. So what I'm seeing is you don't want to change yourself, actually. When you go into a relationship with someone, you always have to change something, and they always have to change something as well. I'm not saying that you have to change yourself, but there's always some compromise. There's always some give and take. There's always something that you have to think. You always have to keep the other person in mind with the decisions you make. And maybe you're not quite ready for that, because you're used to being by yourself, used to thinking only of yourself. So think about this. If you really do want this person, if you really do want anyone, you're going to have to change some things about yourself. You're going to have to compromise some things. That's what I'm seeing. The first card you have for your future is the Tower. Yes, I'm sorry, it's scary. This scary card. I'm seeing that you're actually going to be cutting someone out. So again, I'm seeing family here. I'm actually a bit confused, because this person in the King of Wands could have already been cut out. But there's someone around them, actually. I'm seeing two people, and two people could be cut out, actually. So I'm seeing one main person and a side person, if you see what I mean. So there's one main person who's been bothering you, and then there's a person at the side who's bothering you, but not as much as the main person. Yes, so I'm sorry I'm seeing all this drama around you. There will be hurt, definitely. You'll cut these people out, I'm seeing. There will be some hurt. And they might come back at you. They might try and come back at you again and try and bother you again. But there will be peace eventually. That's what I'm seeing. You will have peace. The next card you have for your future is the Ten of Wands. So yes, you are going to be carrying some sort of emotional baggage around for a while after cutting these people out. And again, I'm seeing family. If this is family that you're cutting out, there is going to be some guilt along with that. And I know as Aries, you're not going to show. If you feel guilty, you're not going to show that. You're going to pretend that you're not guilty at all, and you're going to say, right, I cut them out. I don't want them anymore. I don't care. but actually deep down you are going to feel a bit guilty about this. And this guilt will gradually pass. This will pass, and you'll have peace. You'll have peace inside yourself. So, speaking of peace, you have the devil. I'm joking, yes. But I'm not joking, you do have the devil, and yes, I hate seeing this card. You have the devil and the tower. I'm sorry, I did shuffle them. I'm just seeing this is about you, actually. Okay, what I'm seeing here, I'll tell you what I see. I'm sorry, I'm just going to tell you what I see. I'm seeing that you're tied to a way of thinking about yourself. And this way that you think about yourself and you feel about yourself has really been holding you back in some areas of your life for a long time. That's what I'm seeing. You've known this for a while, actually, and at this time you're probably going to be faced with this. So I don't mean you have the devil inside you or anything like that. I don't mean that. I just mean that, you know, the way that you feel about yourself is really holding you back, especially when it comes to relationships, especially with relationships to other people, not just romantic relationships, all sorts of relationships, friendships, relationships with family, all sorts of things like that. The way that you feel about yourself is holding you back in your relationships. That's what I'm seeing. And people don't see you in the same way that you see yourself. So they see you as some big, bold person who knows exactly what you're doing, but actually inside you don't feel that way about yourself. That's what I'm seeing. So yes, at this time in your future, you could be finally tackling this issue for yourself. This is going to need a lot of work. That's what I'm seeing. But if you do this work, which is what you want to do, and you're going to try to, definitely, if this is successful, this will open up a lot of positivity for you, especially in relationships. That's what I'm seeing. So Aries, I hope this resonated. General readings won't always resonate with everyone, as I always say. But again, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a comment if you'd like to. And thank you so much for watching.